Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. In front of us we have the GooZeeZoo Mini. It's a TEF6686 high sensitivity AM, FM stereo, longwave, shortwave portable radio. You can find this retailing on Amazon USA for right around $79.99. Magnetic coupon bringing the price down to $75.99, so save $4. Comes in a simple brown box, like most of their little radios do. Open it up and we'll see what we get. So I took everything out, and in the box we get to start a show. The Mini. It's awesome. Super tiny. What else we get in the box? An antenna, which is nice. Extends out to 18.5 inches. Gets most reception done pretty well, but you can always upgrade. We also get a charging cable and data cable, so you can charge your radio and of course flash the firmware. It's important to note. And then we get a real basic page of information here. This is the most simple instructions I usually see from a company. Here you go. Oh, the wrong side. Start here. Description. There you go. I gotta love the TEF circuit. It's awesome. Automotive grade receiver chip. Yeah. There are. Disregard 2.8 inch. This Mini has a 2.4 inch. Even smaller. Yes. There you go. You can see the steppings and the different coverages there for shortwave, medium wave, long wave. Now medium wave of course goes up to 1710, not just 1620, just so you know. And it goes down to 520. Here we are. I got languages. I got a bunch of stuff you can do. Even has a little speaker, which is pretty cool. And there's some specifications there. You can zoom in there and look. And then we'll flip this over. Some more details about the radio. You can see there's quite a bit going on here. Yeah, it's pretty simple, straightforward radio. Just kind of zoom it on down. Now some of these may work, some of these may not. And if you update the firmware, some of this might change. So this is what it ships with. Okay, we're done with that. All right, so let's zoom it on down. Let's go over this radio. Yeah, I love this Mini design. It's amazing. Let's just give you an idea for size in the hand. So it's little. I mean, like I said, that screen is 2.4 inches, and it's mini. That's a little mini radio. And to house such a powerful chip, plus a microcontroller, plus a color screen, yeah, there's a lot going on here. So pretty sharp looking enclosure too. I like it. Score dimensions. So we have a length of 3 7/8 of an inch, so almost 4 inches. We have a height of 2 1/4 inches, not including the jack here, just to the top here. And then we have a depth case here of 7/8 of an inch, so almost an inch. There you go. Turn that focus. Awesome. Here's the speaker output right there. Kind of reminds me of a speaker on a tablet. So there you are. Nice. Okay, size comparison. I always like to bring some radios out. I do have some cool ones, so let's see what we got. Yeah, so I got another TEF radio. Yep. Can't forget about the chosen. The DX286 started the raving party. Yep. It's awesome, right? Love the clock. Love everything about it. 18650 powered. Very turnkey with all the nice buttons. Yeah, this is the way to do it too. It's just a few bucks more, but not as small. So you're one of those purists for the smallest radios. There are a lot of people out there like having the smallest things. There you go. I love small radios too. But there you go. There's that. And then, of course, another with the color display is the DP666, which I just reviewed. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Look at the difference of that bad boy compared to this little dude. That's sporting a 2.8 inch screen, 2.4. See the difference? And yes, there's a bigger speaker, bigger battery in here. We got a Numeric keypad. A lot going on with this radio. And this one here, yeah, it's a few bucks more, but yeah, there you go. Cool. And if you don't have those two radios, of course, we always have a deck of cards handy. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves long-range radios from GooZeeZoo land. He's Iron Man. Trying to think of a song. You know, whenever he can. You get the idea. That's cool. Can fit in a deck of cards. Love it. All right. So let's get down to features. Zoom it on down. Close up personal here. All right. So going to the left-hand side, we have our Type-C USB jack. There you go. So we have a little charge status indicator, and of course if we're connected to the computer, I noticed when you were charging the battery, we get about a 1 amp charge rate. The battery inside is a 1000 milliamp hour battery. Expect a runtime of 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, that's it. 4 or 5 hours, depending. Usually when the screen's the lowest and the volume's down a bit, just so you know. Talking about this little speaker here, I don't know how big that is. I'm guessing I measured the opening here. It's about a 1/2 inch opening. And I opened this radio up and it's a little tiny square plastic thing. And yeah, it's like a little enclosure. It's pretty awesome, I mean, for its size. But yeah, they call it a side emitting speaker. Headphone jack, of course, for FM stereo listening. Headphone experience, it's great. No hiss. FM stereo sounds good on this radio. I love it. FM expect moderate mids, strong mids, moderate highs. Good balance. AM and shortwave expect low to mid-range neutral tone. The reason why I say low to mid-range is because the bandwidth adjusts it. So if you have 4 kilohertz, it's going to tend to low. You go to 6 kilohertz, it tends to high. So you're going to love the tone control with the bandwidth. So I liked it. So good headphone experience overall. Go to the front here. We have our 2.4-inch resistive touch color display. I'm turning it on real quick so you can see it. Running this 2.2 software. Don't know much about it, but I know it works pretty well. And there's the display real quick, and we'll go over that in a moment. Turn that back off. We have 3 buttons. They're your main buttons on this radio. There's no numeric keypad, so this is what you have to use most of the time. So you have your bandwidth button. Short press this to bring up the bandwidth menu, and long press to toggle on and off stereo mode. The mode button itself right here in the middle. Short press this one to select the manual tuning, auto browse, and memory modes. You have 99 presets on this radio, nice, and you set it by tuning the station you want, making sure your mode's on the memory mode, and then you push this in the encoder, and then it'll light up the preset number, and you just select which of the 99 presets you want to store it in, and it'll actually tell you red if it's got something there already, and green if it's okay to store there, which is pretty nice. Then when you confirm your spot, push it in, and it locks that preset right in that location. The cool thing is, of course, you could have AM, you could have shortwave, medium wave, long wave, and FM, and next to each other, spaced out, however you want to set it up. So that's nice that you can do it that way. So that's how the mode button works, and saving presets. And maybe I can do that in action here and show you. If you long press the mode button, it brings up the menu screen, which we'll go over when I turn the radio on. It should be awesome. So band button. Last but not least, short press this, of course, to cycle long wave, medium wave, short wave, FM. Long press this to dim the screen when you're on long wave, medium wave, and short wave. When you're on FM, long press this, and it accesses the advanced RDS information screen, which is pretty nice. Over here we have 2 knobs, aluminum, which is nice, along with the aluminum enclosure. If I mentioned that, but this is a really nice enclosure. It's all metal, even the ends are aluminum. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. These do come off these caps, so you can remove the radio and take it out to change the battery if you have to. It's a flat pack, like I mentioned, 1000 milliamp hour. But the bottom knob here is your volume on-off control, and here is your tuning, which is notched, and of course has a push button feature for selecting things, and of course for stepping for the frequency, which I'm going to show you how to tune. You can fine tune and go all the way up to fast tune. Top of the radio is our SMA jack, female. As you can see there, for adding our antennas. Of course, the one they give you fits right on there. Rock and roll, right? This is pretty good. So we'll talk about the reception report in a moment. The back is very simple. Nothing there. No kickstand or anything like that, but you could probably put your own in there or put it on the stand. It's so little. Doesn't really need it. It stands up on its own pretty well. Great. So, what else can we talk about? Yeah, reception reports. We'll talk about the bands and how they fared during the day. Then we'll go turn it on, demo the radio, and go through the bands and show you how this thing works. So, yeah. So FM reception first. FM reception. It scored a very good score, which is a 4-star rating. I based it on fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This is, of course, the TEF radios do well on FM. So it found 80 stations, probably held back by this little antenna. If I had a longer antenna, I bet you it'd do better. I could tell it wanted to. So yeah, it gets a 4-star rating, very good. Found 80 stations, which is amazing on sensitivity. And I give it a very good selectivity score as well. It was finding weak stations next to strong stations with ease, again, because of the TEF Automotive chip. Daytime shortwave, about 8 stations. The browsing, it kind of passes up quite a bit when you're in browse mode, so you have to kind of know your frequencies and stop on them. And then kind of like, if you're like, wait a minute, there should be something there, then you got to tune it back and find it. But otherwise, it's average with the browsing. Daytime medium wave, if you're using this, and I used it based on what they give you, not what you could buy, extra, but what they give you, it's not bad with this little telescopic. It was good on locals, and it found many semi-locals in my area. I was pretty impressed with the daytime medium wave with just this telescopic antenna. I didn't expect it, but again, paired with this high-Z circuit inside this box here, it works out really well. So, what else can I say about this radio real quick before we turn it on? ESP32 microcontroller, which I mentioned can be updated here. And you're going to want to do that. So if you're tuning and it takes 2 clicks to go one step, you got the old firmware, they updated it. So every time you click once, it moves once, which is the way you want it, the way I wanted it. I mentioned it, and they changed the firmware, which is awesome. So yeah, I'll have a link to the updated firmware if you can't find it on their site. Definitely check it out down there in the video description. So it's running the newest firmware with the single click. By the time you see this video, hopefully it'll be updated when you get your radio. If not, update it. It's not a big deal. Computer, USB. So there you go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn this on and do an audio demo, and we'll rock out here. So go ahead and turn this on. We're going to have to hook up an antenna, though. So what I'm going to hook up is the Toshiba G800 by GooZeeZoo. I don't know if they're still carrying this one or not. They have the 450 still. And what it is, it's a passive loop. So it's got a power box on the bottom, and it's got this metal loop here, and it sits on my table. It's pretty small, and it's active, and it's got a battery built into it for AM and shortwave, and of course it's passive while it's on FM. So to hook it up, you need an adapter. It comes with a BNC, and we're going to hook it up. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, get rocking. So here's a little adapter I have. This is a SMA male to a BNC female. So we're just going to rock that on there real quick. Show how easy this is. And we'll have some fun. Okay, and we'll set it here. Doing this on camera. Always fun doing it through the lens, right? Okay. There we are, locked in place. All right, so now I'll be able to do all our tuning with just this one antenna. I can zoom in down, close and personal. See that screen? Yeah, this will work out good. Okay, so let's do an audio demo. Turn this on. Radio todderbert. We're using an FM transmitter 3 from C-Crane and a little MP3 player. Got it right over here. See it here? There you go. Turn it on. Awesome.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
And after the demo, I'll go over the screen real quick. There you go, you get an idea. So, okay, let's go over the screen real quick, and then we'll have some fun cruising the band. I'm just going to move this up here. All right, so we'll just leave this playing and go over the screen here. So, yeah, I've done these before. So if you've seen the video on the DP666, it's fairly similar, but it's a little reduced as far as function goes. But it still has similar things displayed, so which is pretty nice. Up on top here, now this stylus I'm using is something I have from a different project. They don't give you one of these. I wish they did, but if you need a stylus, just Nintendo DS, DSi, 3DS, those little gaming devices, they work good. Or if you have an old BlackBerry, I guess, old PDA, but you get it, right? So here you go. You got the what do you call this little guy? Frequency deviation. I always trying to remember that. That's what that is right there, that little button. It doesn't do anything when you hit it. Over here we have a FM stereo mode. You can see it's got the 2 rings. It means you're in stereo. And I have to get the brightest. It dims every 60 seconds. You can't change that to have it always on. I guess that's good because the battery isn't very large in here. It doesn't last very long. So, but yeah, I think the FM stereo, you can tap that and we can go to mono. So if I kind of come in here from the side so you can see it. There you go. Mono stereo. So this doesn't do anything. On the bigger DP666 radio, it freezes the screen. This one here, it just doesn't do anything. It just sits there. Okay, over here we have RDS information. If the RDS is lit up, it shows you getting RDS information. That doesn't do anything when you press it. In the other radios, you press it, it would do stuff. It would bring up the advanced screen. This isn't showing anything. I can't remember if that's a squelch menu or something, but this radio does not have squelch, unfortunately. But is what it is. Over here is the bandwidth. So it's an auto bandwidth right now. So it's showing the 236 kilohertz, 2.36. Hello. We can tap it, and that'll bring us our bandwidth menu. So if we want that, we tap it. There's our menu, and you can see all the different manual ones. You can go from 56 all the way to 311. Right now I have it auto. You have different buttons, so you can turn on the IMS and EQ. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll just tap OK there. We like where we're at. And let's just try to get that brightness up so we can see what's going on. It's kind of a mute thing, but it doesn't work. So I wish this would work as a mute thing. So I just mess with the volume. It mutes while you're tuning, which is nice. Over here is our battery. You can have it displayed as voltage and I believe as a graph. So that's pretty nice. Right now it's 4 volts. All right, cool. So over here we got our 3 modes showing. We're in manual mode. You tap this button. Auto browse. This is so you have your seek tuning, and then hit it again in your memory mode. Right now this is on memory 9, and I'll show you the memory in a second. There you go. Frequency, if you tap this, it changes the bands: long wave, medium wave, short wave, and FM. There you go. Auto bandwidth, and of course the IMS, which is improved multipath suppression. If you know what that means, good for you. I don't. I could look it up, but I didn't. I don't use these things, but I try them to see if they do anything. For me, I haven't noticed an improvement or any different things happening. So yeah, EQ is not what you think. It's not like bass, treble, or anything like that. It's just FM channel equalization. So if you need that to equalize, you have it. Let's turn them off for now, since I'm not using them. Signal strength meter modulation. As you can see, it's modulating the audio signal coming in. We have signal strength in a numerical value. Down here it says squelch bar. Again, it doesn't have any use. And right here we have a carry to noise ratio showing you 36. And of course our RDS information down here. Okay, and then one more thing before we cruise the bands is we're going to look at the menus. So we're going to just hold the mode button down and we'll go through the menus. So like we got main settings. You can actually use the control here. There you go, I'm using the tuning knob. And we'll press in to select. And we have what we got. The way that radio can be used, touch or no touch. You can wake, scream. Okay, auto power off. Use squelch on. Like I said, it doesn't do anything. FM AGC you can control. The AM AGC you can control by decibels. So that's, yeah, I just left it alone. Select to get to show the FM band in different ways. There's none, FM, and ORT. And there you go. Just ORT. So there we go, lower part. And then we have the select AM band. So you can have long wave, medium wave, short wave. And you can have that to just long wave, medium wave, long wave, short wave, medium wave, short wave. So you can tailor it to how you want things to show on the AM band. We'll leave those 3. We want those 3 bands. Even though long wave isn't happening here, but we'll leave it on there. You have 5-second button off, dynamic SPI speed. That's for the screen. I have it on the lowest, 10 megahertz, trying to save battery. And it doesn't seem to affect the speed at which the screen refreshes that I can tell. So yeah, go to the lowest speed. and you're probably best. So you can see the different options here, up to 60 megahertz, auto, and then default. So I just left it at 10. Doesn't seem to mess anything up. Okay, and that's it for the menu. He has no other things here, so we'll just exit that. And for the main settings, the audio settings, we'll just go show you what's there. Okay, we're not going to cover a whole lot, so let's just go back. We'll go display settings. Here you can adjust the brightness. I've got 40%. 60 second screensaver. I think I want to say you can't. Oh, you can turn it off. Good. Let's turn it off. Wish I would have known that. Okay. Screensaver brightness goes down to 1%. There's the battery voltage. You can show voltage or show percentage. Okay. Right. Or you can turn it off. All right. Let's show voltage. Okay. Signal strength units. Okay, great. Clock. I didn't see a clock yet, so I think it sets by the Wi-Fi. Theme. You can change the theme, which is nice, and frequency font. All right. We're almost through here. You know, I can only talk so much, right? So RDS settings, I'm not even going to go in there. FM settings. If you want to see that, boom, there you go. You got all that stuff you can do. Awesome. Just the return, easier. AM settings, what's there? You're going to want to know, right? There you go. It's all right there. Okay, I'm just trying to speed it up here so we get done. Connectivity and clock. You got Wi-Fi and RDS, clock mode. You get the idea. FMDX options, that's set up for scans. I don't scan with this radio or do any of that stuff, so but you can with this. So there you are. And then auto memory, auto, auto save store type of thing, and about software. So you can click this and it tells you you made it. There you go. And the GitHub, when they make the changes, you go there. So there you are. Awesome. You can hit OK. All right, cool. So we're done. Let's have fun. So let's cruise a band. So let's go ahead and exit this mode. Turn this up. And we'll just turn that off. All right, great. So let's start on the AM band. Turn on my active loop. And we're going to go to the medium wave. I think coast to coast is happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to access the memory mode. So we're going to tap them, go on the memory. And then we're going to go, let's see, down to, I don't know where I have, I think, is it, yeah, I think it's right here, 670, my lowest.
Are as dominant, in my opinion. Honestly. I don't think the number one seeds in each of these regions.
So this is 670 to score local station. Again, using the Toshiba G800 passive, or active loop, excuse me. It's active right now. Here's bandwidth.
I think Duke has got a legitimate shot, but their injuries, in combination with having to go through Coach Izzo and company, they worry me a little bit. It's going to be fascinating, man. Arizona, we all thought, I think there was a wide-ranging belief throughout the country that, like, they were the best team coming into this. Point blank. They were the best team going into selection.
So I think 4 is going to sound good for medium wave, so we'll click on 4.
Right Braden Burries, Jaden Bradley, they got the... per capita is driving civilization.
Here's WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
2018, billions of
You can tune fast and slow. Here's slow.
Micronutrient malnourished and climate disruption. Economist Earlock never questioned his faith in where humanity's addiction to prosperity.
So you can see we can also tune normal in the middle, and of course we can go fast.
One shot, look in the global picture, it looks like a walnut.
850 is KOA Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west there. Yeah, whatever you hook up for your antenna is really going to make a difference with this radio. You can do like on a roof antenna, a big loop or something up there, and you're going to rock. It's going to be awesome. Or a long wire in the backyard.
And it appears that this is tightly locked to Saturn, so as it orbits Saturn, also the multitasking.
All right, so you see how that works. Let's go down.
Person in Hollywood takes a second look at what it means to be a mother.
So here's WIND, Chicago. The answer now. Current time is, probably should tell you guys. Here's my CC Pocket. It's 12:17 a.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, USA for the sake of the band scans, and it is March 2026.
It was like it strikes you right in the chest because you know it. As a mother, you know it, and you know.
And you can watch that number there, and of course the signal strength by tuning the loop here. I'm just turning it and hold it out 90 degrees.
When you hold your own child, when you take care of
you can see the shadow of the loop there moving.
And that's
cool.
the message that we have been trying to explain to people.
Going rather quick.
But he needs to stop saying they won't come to our The family also questions why death. For your team on Westwood One. Told
Davis, who had been kind of a failed actor of sorts, had these little record labels and stuff, and he's the first
WGN Chicago, local.
I'm going to record this East LA stuff, and until then, those groups did not have.
CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. Nice.
Mentioned to me about a product
Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles. WSB.
within one.
everything. I mean, that was
Detroit. WABC out of New York, about 750 miles northeast.
Since we are taking steps
Local.
to figure it out here. Yeah, looks fine. So everything, I mean, that was all.
WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 800 or so miles southwest.
It really didn't matter if we were going to lose.
I believe WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 800 miles south.
Way in D.C., you're going to have to take a gondola to work.
And let's find a station.
And a high near 40. Thursday.
So this is a fun station. This has rock music at night and during the day. So 940 WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. I want to save this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to memory mode. I'm going to press, it shows on preset 4 right there. I'm going to press in, and now it shows red. Now we're in the setting mode. So we're going to go to tune this up to where there's a number. It's in green on 10. So we'll put it in 10 by pressing this in. And now 940 is stored on 10. So if I go down, 9 is 8775 and 10 is 940. So that's how you can structure it. You can overwrite ones, of course. I don't think there's a way to delete them, but you can just keep overwriting them. But 99 presets is pretty nice to have. Okay, let's change bands. Well, you know, this thing goes all the way up. So I guess we could show you the top of the band here. Whoops, we don't want to do this. Did I say 9 or 10? I can't remember. Well, we'll put it in 10 too. Why not, right? Have some fun. It's going to be in 2 spots. We have to go back. I always forget sometimes to go back. You'll figure it out pretty quick, though. Go back to manual mode. And then you can push in here. And we want to go fast speed. So we'll go to the top of the band here. And I want to go 1610. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. And of course, it depends on the antenna you're using. So let's go ahead and hit shortwave real fast. Cool. So here is CHU Canada on 3.33. Beautiful thing. Yeah. I guess we could go down to 2500 and see if we can't pick that up. I don't know if we will. Let's do that. So we'll go here. And then we'll keep cycling here. See this, dude, this works out pretty good. And you just get to where you want to. And then probably go here. I think it's set up for default. Let's see. Set up for. Okay. And you can speed up It has a fast slow tune, I forgot to mention that. So if you go quicker, it goes quicker. There we go, 2500. Okay, there it is. Yeah, so when you're here, you do 1 kilohertz tuning. When it's not showing the bar above the number, it goes to standard stepping, which is 5 kilohertz. Okay, cool. You get the drill. But yeah, nice. 2.5 coming in, beautiful. Memory mode. Okay, there's 5 megahertz. There's 4840's WWCR out of Nashville, Tennessee. Worldwide Country Radio going on right now. I love it. Nice. And I'll go to browse mode. Okay, it just passed Cuba, so let's see if we can't tune that in. And not tonight, but yesterday it was coming in beautiful. All right. Back to browse. We'll see if it finds anything in a browse, and we'll go ahead and do FM and no final thoughts on this little radio. I love this little guy. Look at that. It's just awesome. For color balance. Yeah, the colors get a little wonk, but that's because of my screen. But it is. Show the mute. That's the only time you ever see that mute icon.
I've known Mr. Netanyahu for so long and have views of him that are so well informed that they don't change their mind no matter what he does or how he.
So this is chief sinner, chief saint. We line the two. Remember that? And I'll never forget that. It's not the performance. We cannot now change anything. In fact, the distance between the two said was marginal. Now you measure the distance between these.
It's finding quite a bit tonight. Good. So yeah, nutshell, it does pretty good. It's good coverage. On the shortwave, as you saw, it's like 1.7 to 27 megahertz. Pretty awesome. So I'm not sure we're going to find anything else, but we'll let it go up a little bit, and then we'll go to FM, yeah, and rock it. Now, I'm not sure if I covered everything. If I didn't, just put a comment below in case I missed something. But yeah, are these little radios worth it? Yeah, I think they are. I think it's a lot of fun. If you're a hobbyist, you'll love this. If you're not a hobbyist, you might want to go with the 286, just because you have more control. And you will get longer runtime on the bigger radio. Yeah. All right, we're almost done here with this part. And then, yeah, I just wanted to show you how this shortwave scan works. Goes pretty quick. There's no, different segments, which I wish there was on the shortwave. You could just hit a menu and it come up. On the other radios, when you tap the frequency, it would bring up a numeric keypad, which is really nice. I hope they add that to this radio. That would be fantastic. If they can improve the touch on certain things, I'd love it. Where you can mute audio, that'd be sweet. Right from the touchpad. But I could see why they didn't, because they're trying to keep it simple. Small little radio. I don't know if it's going to stop at 10 megahertz or not. It might not, and it will stop when it hits 10 or goes past 10. It is showing the meter bands over here, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm going to poke with my big hand, but right there. Okay, it went away as I did that. All right, so I didn't pick up 10. That's fine. Let's go ahead and switch bands. We're going to start out with FM. Got to turn off my passive loop, or active loop. I keep saying passive. Active. GA800. If I remember, I'll put a little icon up here, or in the iCard section for the review of that antenna. Okay, so we're going to go to just manual tuning. We'll manual tune this and do final thoughts. So, mode. Okay, we got to change this up. There we go. Yeah, we don't want to be on the wrong stepping area. It doesn't step right. Okay.
On silence in comparison to the Gregorian of
Okay, here you can see it's got RDS information. I can't hover on the music, but if you wanted to see like fancier stuff, you just tap that. It brings up all this fun stuff. If you got to know what it all means. Some people like this. Some people like to have it. The signal's not that great, so it's not showing much what's going on here, but more will be coming up. I'll try it on a different station, but tap it again to get back. All right. So here's a strong signal here. We're getting good RDS, but it's not really showing a whole lot there. We'll wait a second, see what it brings up. There you go, rock station, rocking away. All right, let's see if I can bring that up. There we go. Then we're showing the artist. Nice information there. Rock. Cool. Title. Oh, I think I hit scan. Whoops. Let's hit that. And mode together. Okay. There you go. We got station ID, WYML. Nice. All right, cool.
Are you gonna be my girl?
Browse it. Get to the top here. See if it picks up anything else. Oh, it passed up some strong ones. I didn't expect it to do that. Let's go back to manual. Okay, passed them for a reason. I guess we had a blizzard come through and reception hasn't been good on some of these stations. Okay, cool. We're done. So we'll go ahead and just leave it. Let's go back to, I don't know, let's browse to a station that's got the RDS rocking. That way you can see it in action. No, it's not showing RDS. Okay, buddy. All right, so we got to go mode. No. Let's go back to our FM. There we go. And then mode back to manual. There was a, there you go. Cool. Auto bandwidth's really nice. Loving it. Okay. So there, let's get back on. I just bumped it. All right. So yeah, 2.20 is the newest software. Turn that down. Okay, great. So final thoughts on this bad boy. Yeah. Bring it up a little bit. Okay, so put this in here. Yeah, like I said, I'm using that antenna connection. I mean, you could do quite a bit with just this, plus a wire attached to it as well. So you don't necessarily need to get a fancy rig or anything like that. But the radio, yeah. So what can we say about it? The likes, dislikes, wants, and final opinion. So my likes on this radio, I like the compact size. Hello, you can't beat that. That's amazing. I like the metal enclosure, all aluminum, all the way around, on the ends and the case. Fantastic. I love the FM reception on here with that little whip. You know, getting a 4-star rating. I was pretty impressed. I expected it, but it's good to have it. Many options, as you saw. Headphone audio. When you plug in headphones, you're going to love the experience. It really sounds good. 99 presets. The RDS is nice. The color touch display. Enjoying this a lot. You don't necessarily have to use this, but once you master the buttons, you can get away from using touchscreen, because this isn't probably the best thing to have in your pocket running around. You probably get used to using the knobs is better. Of course, the 6686, which this radio is based on. ESP32 microcontroller built in, so you can upgrade the firmware. That's a big plus, because I want this to be improved. It's good right now, but it needs some tweaks, so not too bad. Dislikes and wants. Well, mentioned just a second ago, updated software, like the Deep Elect, when you can touch this and it comes up with a numeric keypad. That would be a really sharp feature. I'd like to see that. And a mute function, and maybe a working squelch feature. That would be great. Battery life. Well, that's a big issue with this radio. Be only 4 to 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, that's not much. So if they could just extend the case maybe a little thicker and put a thicker battery in, maybe get double the capacity, at least get your runtime into 10 hours, 11 hours, then it would be more viable. And I don't think people would mind a little chunkier style radio. It's still got a good profile. If they keep this dimension, the length and width, you just make it thicker, I think it'd be okay. It's still easier to pocket. You know, so this is like as thick as a deck of cards right now, so they could make it just a little thicker. Would be a big deal. So what else? Include a stylus. I mean, since it is a touch radio, why not include this? This probably costs like 10 cents, 5 cents, I don't know. Something cheap like that, and yeah, toss it in as part of the package. That would be nice. I'd like to see that. So overall, yeah, what do I think? It's an amazing mini TEF6686 radio. It's just awesome, and it's perfect for quick tuning sessions. When I say quick, you know, an hour or two in an evening, you want to sit down with it so you can find on shortwave like I did, found quite a bit, how it does in FM. If you're DXing a little bit, you want to take it outdoors on a little trip. Fantastic. Now, I do want to note that it also works great with a power bank. So, like, I use this Adventure one over here. I was going to show it to you guys. I forgot to do it. Here you go. My Adventure. It's kind of like a water-resistant one. It's good for outdoor stuff. This is 10,000 milliamp hour. And it doesn't give any RFI. So, if I'm using external antennas and I hook this up, I can extend my battery life by quite a bit in the runtime. So, yeah, you can use external battery packs if you're going with external antennas, and you'll have no RFI. So, fantastic. If you just plug it into a USB to like a charger, that won't work. You know, to like a wall outlet, those are too noisy. But a power bank like that works pretty well. I was pretty surprised. I had the same luck with the ATS Mini as well from this company using the power bank. So there you go. It gets a big recommended upvote at $75. It really is a fun little radio. I don't think you can go wrong. It's just a battery life that really holds it back quite a bit. Otherwise, it's an awesome little dude. The audio is actually pretty impressive for a little tiny speaker. And of course, you have headphones you can plug in as well. You know, just plug in your favorite headphones and off you go. So, and you can replace the battery if you know how to get in there. You just got to remove some screws. You know, it's a pretty simple affair. So yeah, definitely like the video if you like the radio and you like my presentation. Awesome. 2, if you'd like to see more of this radio, hit subscribe to the bell icon. I'm going to hook up a Turk Advantage passive loop to this radio and rock out on medium wave scans. It excels with the passive loop directly connected versus my tabletop loop. It's impressive. So we're going to do that. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the new mini TEF6686 from GooZeeZoo. Is this something you're thinking about picking it up? Do you really like it, or do you like the other options I showed you? All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.